Australians are facing a health insurance price hike tomorrow, with premiums set to rise by around $200 a year for families and $100 a year for singles.
Some experts are worried that as many as 500,000 angry Australians could drop out of the system altogether. But there is still time to avoid the added costs. For more on this, we are joined by Consumer Affairs commentator Joe Ucciocolo. Joe, welcome. What can Aussies do to avoid this added expense?
So today's the last day you can lock in this year's prices and save the price hike from the 1st of April, tomorrow. So what you can do is ring up your current health provider, see if you can remove any of the extra inclusions that you might have. Say you're covered for pregnancy and you're a male, or IVF treatment and you don't need that. Also have a look to see if you could afford to pay your premiums up front today for next year. They'll give you a discount for that, up to 4%, or perhaps you can pay via direct debit and ask your provider if they'll give you up to 4% for saving just by paying a direct debit.
Okay. Is it too late to, start shopping around, Joe?
It's definitely not too late. If you've got some time this afternoon or early evening, it's the best time to shop around right now. So there's plenty of comparison websites, but be aware that they don't have every single cover available to you, and be aware that most of them take a commission, so you might get a better deal going direct, but have a look at what's out there. Also have a look if any of your banks or superannuation or any of the funds that you are subscribed to have policies that they can offer to you. You could save up to 12% if you can jump on to a program where either your employer provides the health plan or a club association has the health cover for you.
Okay. Now, Joe, nearly 500,000 Aussies are about to give up private health insurance. What are the risks if you do decide you're going to give it up completely?
Okay, so this applies to any type of insurance. We pay these premiums, hope we don't need it, but if we do, it's nice to have it there. In Australia, we have two systems, public and private. So if you do give up your private health insurance, that means that you'll need to go to the public health system, and sometimes people have to wait extra time. They don't have a choice between which doctors they see. So it is a big decision to make, but the choice is yours. You can choose to do that. And another thing people should remember is the lifetime health cover loading applies if you're over 30. So for each year you don't have private health insurance and you want to get back into the system, they'll apply 2% for every year you're not in the system.
Wow. That's surely going to put a lot more pressure, though. All these people who leave the private system end up going to the public system will put more pressure on the public system.
Yeah, that's right. So anybody left on private health insurance, if we have a lot of people that leave, their premiums might increase as a result, and the public system, if we do need to use that, that'll experience higher volumes of people going there as well.
Okay. How do our prices and our system, compare with the rest of the world?
So a few years ago there was a study done in the developing nations, and Australia ranked quite highly. We ranked 4th overall, just for our systems, both private and public. But where we fell down was access to doctors and cost. So we were ranked 8th and 9th in developed nations for those costs. So we do have a more costly private health insurance, but we do also have a really good health system, which we should all be thankful for.
Yeah, that's
yes,
right.
Indeed.
Yep. With the price hike, who's going to be most affected?
These price hikes are pretty much across the board, but families, like you mentioned, around about $200 per year, singles $100 per year, but it does depend on your health fund, which is why everybody is going out and saying, review your health insurance today. Get it in there, lock in a better deal.
Yeah, good. Joe, if you're young and healthy, is it beneficial anymore to have health insurance? I know this was a question I used to ask all the time.
Yes, so again, insurance is great if you need it. The public system is there for emergencies. We all have to remember that. The private system allows us to do elective surgeries. If we go in and have babies, we can choose our hospital. It allows us the flexibility of choosing. The lifetime health cover loading starts from 30. So if you're under 30, you have flexibility to go in and out of private and public, hospital systems, if you do want to be in public or not. But over 30, you'll start getting a loading every time you are in the private health system. So it does depend on your personal circumstance, but you do have a choice. And I guess that's why a lot of people are saying they might leave the private health if it's too expensive.
Or go and find something else. Thank you, Jo, very much. Very insightful. Tomorrow is the big day.
That's right.
Can't help but think, though, Sal, 1st of April.
What?
April Fool's Day. Imagine if they all turn around and go, guys, we're just joking.